Hello, today we are here to learn the half double crochet. The half double crochet is a stitch that is a little bit taller than the single crochet and not quite as tall as a double crochet, hence the name half double crochet. There's another reason why it's called that, but we'll get into that another time. This is undoubtedly my favorite crochet stitch. There are several others that I do enjoy, but nothing gets me coming back like the half double crochet. It works up so quick. I love the rhythm to it. It has a lovely drape to it. It's not as holy as some of the other stitches are going to be that we'll learn later, but it is a little bit more holy than the single crochet. So I think that's kind of like the perfect little mix. And I just think it looks really cool when it is worked up. So just like last time, we are going to start with our 5.5 millimeter. That's the size hook that we like to use a lot with the worsted weights, with the 4 weights, 5.5, 6 millimeter. And also, if that has been hard to learn with the regular size hook, we are going to go through again with our 10 millimeter hook. And we are going to learn half double on that. So let's get started and see if you will fall in love with the half double crochet as much as I am in love with it. To get started, we are going to create our slip stitch. Again, I like to pinch both sides, put my finger underneath, twist it, lay it on top, and pull it up. If that is not your preferred method, go ahead and use whatever you prefer, or go search out some other YouTube tutorials. Look at some blogs, see which one fits your style. We're going to go here, and again, we know it's a slip because it is slipping. So let's get started. We're going to chain just like last time. We are going to chain 15. So yarn over, pull through, 4, 5, 6, 7, little splitty yarn, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, let's go ahead and count those. This does not count as a stitch, and the stitch will start here. So we're looking kind of for those V's. They aren't pronounced as they are when we get into the stitches, but let's still kind of see what we're going for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. Now, like the single crochet, we are going to skip this first stitch next to the hook. Again, this does not count as a stitch. This is our first stitch, and we are going to go into the second stitch from the hook. So 1, 2. And a little bit different than the single crochet, we are going to yarn over first. And then we are going to go into the chain, yarn over, and pull through. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, go through all 3. That is the half double crochet. So again, we're going to yarn over before we go into the chain. We're going to go into the chain, yarn over, pull it through, pull up a loop, and we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over and go through all 3. Yarn over, go through the next chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, go through the chain, yarn over, pull through, you have 3, and as we yarn over, remember to kind of turn your hook so it captures the yarn. It's going to make it a lot easier to pull through. Perfect. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, go into the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, all 3. We're going through. Yarn over, in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, all 3. Yarn over, all 3. Remember, this chain will always be a little fiddly, and once you get to the second row, life will be so much nicer. Okay, yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull through, have 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and the last one, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3. Awesome. We'll pull up a little bit of a loop there so we don't lose it. And that is the half double crochet. Again, we're going to count, so we kind of flip it towards us. We're looking at these V's on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I know it looks a little funky, but that is 14 because we skipped that first chain. So 14. Because we skipped that first one, we of course will have one less than our chain. So there is the first row. Congratulations! So we are going to, again, flip this like you're reading a book. And now we are going to chain 1. And we're going to go into that first V. I know it's very tempting to go into that V, but that chain is only giving us height. We are not going into the chain. Oops. No. Yes. No. Yes. So yarn over, go into that V, I should not have had split yarn to demonstrate this with. There we go. There's your V. Pull through, yarn over, go through all 3. Again, yarn over, there's that V, go through, yarn over, pull through. All right, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull through all 3. All right, yarn over, into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go through all 3. Yarn over, through the stitch, and again, now my yarn is a little bit different situated, so it's laying over the top of this. I can just kind of turn my hook, snatch it, pull it through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Do that to the end of the row. As we approach the end, this is where things might get a little confusing for some people, and if you're not careful, this is where you'll end up with work that kind of goes boop, 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 boop up the sides. So this is a stitch, but to make sure, remember we have 14, so let's count the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So yes, that is a stitch. And we're going in under that V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And there we have 2 rows of half double crochet. So now that we have that down, we're going to go move to the bigger hook. But first, reminder on how to switch. We are again going to turn your work just like you're reading a book. Chain 1. And again, we are not going in that chain. That is just to give us height. So yarn over, go in, and you'll end up with this on the side. Yarn over and go through. All right, perfect. Let's go to the bigger hook. All right, let's get started with our bigger hook, our 10 millimeter. We're going to create our slip knot and go in, and let's do 10 to start with. So, sometimes that little first chain is a little slippery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do 12 like we did with our single crochet. Alright, so there is 12 chains, and we are going to again skip this first one. This is not a stitch. This is our first stitch. We're going to skip that first stitch, go into the second. So instead of 12 stitches, at the end of this row, we will have 11. So yarn over, go through, yarn over. I have 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 3, and there's your half double. So it's a little fast. Sorry about that. We're going to yarn over the hook, go into our chain, yarn over, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, go through the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through all 3, yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, all 3. Yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, all 3. Remember to kind of turn your hook so you're capturing that yarn. You have 3, yarn over, turn the hook just slightly so it is cut underneath, and you can go through those stitches with ease. If you are struggling, again, if you are holding your yarn super tight and you're kind of fighting a bit to get through, and you can tell that is not the same size. Or if you have really loose and you're going through and you're pulling, oops, did not yarn over first, and then you yarn over and pull through, and then you notice, hey, that's a little bigger than the other ones. That tension, that way you hold your yarn and you hold your hook, is going to get better with time. Give yourself some grace and just keep learning. All right, as we get to this last one, yarn over again. This guy is a knot. That is not something you need to try to work through. All 3. Let's double check here and we will count. Turn it to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Great. So we are going to chain 1 and our work, just like a book. And I already chained 1. I apologize. Whether you chain before you turn or chain after, it doesn't really matter too much. And remember, that might look like a V, but we are not going in it. We are skipping. This is just to give us height. So yarn over, go through that first V. Yarn from below, try to grab it, pull through. And remember, going through that V, but you are not going underneath here. Notice the difference. There should be that little bar. There should be a little bar below. So if you're doing that, just take out your stitch, yarn over, go through that under the V's, but not there, here. Yarn over, we're going through all 3. All right, yarn over, go through, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 3. I love the rhythm of this stitch so much. Woo! And sometimes you just do things funny. So we'll try that again. Yarn over, through the stitch, yarn over, pull the loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Perfect. Notice how I almost did that. No. And if you can't go through all 3 at the same time, that's all right. Just make sure you get through all 3 in the end. All right, there we have 2 rows of our half double. So if we bring our 5.5 millimeter in, you can see that is a much tighter fabric. So sizing up definitely made it looser. You can see this was 14 stitches across. This is 11, but check out the difference in that. That has more stitches and it is shorter. And height-wise, that's 3 rows. This is 2 rows. And they are pretty dang similar. So yarn hook definitely makes a difference. But I love just how floppy this is. And we're going to pull in this nice big swatch here. It, again, my favorite stitch, so versatile, so much fun to make up, and just perfect for anything your heart can dream of. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time.